Do you find yourself with some hopeless, wacky, weird health situations that you're very frustrated about? News is I've got 30 years of experience that tells me what just became available last week, and this bag might be a simple solution for you. But let me give you the big picture so it makes a little bit of sense to you, right? I often find people with the wacky health issues, right, are people often who you're kind of a high performing individual. If someone needs something done, they'll call you because you'll fix it, even if you're already busy. What happens in your situation though, is I would say you don't tend to live with a lot of margins. This is like margins, like, oh, I have some chill, push myself too hard all the time. But no, not you. You're like, you seem to be on a treadmill the entire time, going, 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 which is not a problem except for this. In life, there's always some major life events coming along in your future, right? This is your future. This is the major life event: divorce, business failure, my kid got leukemia, psychotic boss, nasty toxin I was exposed to, right? So when we operate with healthy margins in life, when we hit these life events, we tend to bounce. You're like, wow, that was not fun, but we're okay. When you don't have a lot of margins and you hit these life events, it feels like everything comes off the rails. You're like, my health was okay until XYZ happened, and now everything's crazy. My immune system, my body is not fixing, healing, defending, repairing itself. So let's give you a little bit of understanding of potentially what's going on. At a cellular level, see, we have a nice surface of a cell right here. At a cellular level, what your body does is it takes these structures here, a glycoprotein, and they form sentences at a cellular level. Okay, think of it like braille on the surface of your cells. And your body uses these structures to say, hey, feed me, fix me, defend me, repair me. It's how your body expresses genetic information properly. It's how your immune system recognizes different tissue and different healthy or unhealthy cells accurately and responds to it accurately. So we're talking about all information at a cellular level is run on these. Okay. And what your body does, your body takes actually sugars that aren't burned for energy, takes structural functional sugars and forms them in structures and attaches it to a protein molecule right here. Okay. And about 30 years ago, I got really passionate about helping people with wacky health issues get hope again. And it was because my mom had been hopeless in a health situation and turned it around. She was told she would be dead in 6 months, but she's 92 now. And so I found it's actually quite fun helping people with this. And I was introduced to a company that took one of these sugars from actually aloe vera. We find the most important, most powerful, best source of this structure, most important structure is from aloe vera. And they found that you needed to combine the raw plant with technology and science so you would process it properly. So in the finished product on the shelf, you had these structures in the right shape and form, so it actually worked. Along the way, we found that there were not just the one from aloe vera, but there were several other of these sugars that were very important in helping form sentences. And the results we got with that product were crazy. I mean, just crazy. We always used to joke, um, it will do everything but raise the dead, and we're working on that. And the people who had experience in getting people on that product, they're like, yeah, I've seen some crazy stuff. Well, over the years, what's happened is technology has improved, not only in getting very, very good at defining and identifying exactly what weights and exactly how to process these raw building materials from nature so you got an amazing product, and how to process it in such a way that's actually less expensive, right? Now, Big Pharma, understand this, and since 1990, Big Pharma has probably spent about $35 billion on researching these structures. Okay. You're talking about maybe 1.2 to almost $2 billion a year currently trying to make drugs out of glycoproteins. And some of the most important drugs on the market for some of the most serious situations are actually made out of glycoproteins. But you understand when you take what nature gave you and you have to change it so you can patent it, own it, and then sell something for $1 billion, there's problems. Okay. So what we've found is we've found the best sources, how to process them, the exact molecular weights, and it's now available in this product right here. And I'll tell you a little bit of a story of why this product came into my life. About a year ago, my wife and I had a friend who, faced with a helpless situation, lost the battle. And it was quite heartbreaking for us. And my wife prayed and she goes, God, give us a tool to help people we come across who are dealing with that situation. And not long after that, someone introduced me to the company that had this product. And so it's been about a year, it's been about a multi-year process to get that exact formulation to market, and it just happened. So um, we can give you, if you're interested, we can give you some links on how to purchase it. Also some great links to further educate you. If you're like, oh, it's really interesting, I want more information. Awesome. Great lecture by a friend of mine who was the CEO, founder of this original company on 30 years worth of crazy stories on what happened to bring this to market and how the research happened to actually get the product in the first place. Right. So hope this gives you maybe a little bit of hope. Check it out. Happy to answer any questions for you. And you know what? There is hope for your health. We've seen some incredible stories of hopeless situations turned around.